It's Susie Q96, M3 the Mysterian Cat, wandering around somewhere. I can't sleep. I've been having problems sleeping since I had this surgery done because they want me to sleep sitting up and it kills my back. So I tried, and even with the pain medication, I can't sleep. And I have rolls here of coinage, so why not be playing with them, opening them up? Hi, Walt Money. How are you this evening? I'm just fighting some insomnia, so opening some penny rolls, trying to figure out what I'm doing here. I've kind of recently switched from quarters to pennies. Holy guac. What the hey-ho mago is that? Woo! That looked bad. Oh my goodness. I think I'm on roll 4 or 5 of this box. And thus far, we have found no Wheaties. We found a few things to look at for other flaws and so forth, but nothing really exciting has turned up there either. So I'm just putzing along here. Put that in the copper hopper. I'm hoping to make myself tired enough to sleep. I'm throwing the shield pennies to the side because I don't even bother to look at them. There's another 66 for the copper hoppers. So anyway, I figured since I needed to turn this on to use the scope, I might as well go ahead and stream it in case I have some miraculous find. And then I'd have a record of it. So that's what's happening here tonight, folks. Smoke it if you got it. I can't do that anymore. Oh well. So I had some money earlier. I didn't really have money. What I had was last year I was given money. Hi, Jimmy. Yeah, I'm okay. I just can't sleep. uh, anyway, last year I got some money on Big T's channel for my birthday, and before I could spend that money, I got sick and I wasn't even on the streams or anything for like a year, and I forgot I even had that money. And I saw Mama T yesterday on the stream because I was wandering around the YouTube land, and she told me, she said, you've got $50 sitting over here, been here over a year. So I went over on the auction a little while ago and bought me some silver for last year's birthday. Well, I thank you, Jimmy. I appreciate it. Everybody's been so kind. It's been a long struggle, and I'm fighting my way back. Most of the health issues I've got under control, except this thing with my eyes. So we're kind of hopeful that with what they did last week, we will be able to find out what is going on with my eyes and that it's something fixable. Okay, we're checking for the double die obverse, which I'm not seeing any sign of on this one. So we'll copper hopper that one. I am actually checking for stuff tonight. I don't usually do that on camera, but this is not my regular show. This is just me playing with the pennies. So I don't feel any pressure to not stop and look at things. I had to make myself a list today to try and remember all the different things I'm looking for on coins between 1950 and 2009. So I do have my little list here, and I'm looking at them. But yeah, I had a crazy thing happen when I went and got all these coins. Hey, Mikey. Yeah, the crazy thing that happened was apparently, I mean, I wasn't really paying a lot of attention to what was going on. And I asked the young lady how much I owed her after she deducted the rolled coins that I brought in. And she told me I owed her $59.50. So I gave her $60. She gave me 2 quarters back, and I even made a little joke. Oh, I'm rich. I've got 2 quarters. I got to check them. And several hours later, I'm sitting here in my living room, just woke up from my nap. Phone rings, and it's the branch manager of the bank informing me that I owe them $4.50 because the young lady gave me the wrong change, and now her till was short. Now, in all my banking years, I have never had a bank call me when their teller made a mistake and tell me that I owed them money. And I'm like, don't you think you should be talking to your teller about paying attention rather than calling a 25-year customer and telling them they need to bring you money to fix her mistake? And how do you even know that the money missing came from my transaction? I'm looking at this date on this 2005. Does anybody else think that looks a little bit double? I mean, 2005 isn't on my list, but it does look odd. So anyway, it kind of bothered me, It was like the implication was that I somehow wandered off with some of their money. And I'm like, really? All right, well, you know what? I'll bring you your $4.50 next time I'm down there. And we can just close down my 25 plus year account with your bank, because I didn't really think it was very professional for them to call me and under the assumption that her drawer shortage was my fault. Just didn't sit right. So I don't know if I'm going to close my account or not, but I did tell her, I said, you know what? That's the second time I've had a problem with that teller. And of course, this is a small town, so you get the same tellers all the time. There's only 2 or 3 to choose from when you go in there. So I don't know. I don't know where we're at on that. Does anybody else have an opinion on the date on this? Zinc, zinc, zinc. Yeah, it's a bunch of stinking zinc. All right. Well, I'll set it aside. I got a little stack over here. We're going to revisit those later. I just am trying to put myself to sleep. I am not good at sleeping in a sitting up position, and I'm supposed to do that for a week. And I'm on day, well, let me see, it started Thursday night. And I am exhausted because I just can't sleep that way. 72 is supposed to have some DDOs out there, but this is not one of them. So into the zinc sink goes this one over here. That one goes in the copper hopper. And we just keep moving on. So they're just trying to work up some sleep. Okay, 92. Look for the close AM, which I did not get a close AM. I got a wide AM. In the pot, that one goes. So far, I have found nada Wheaties. And let's look for the DDO again. This one, even if it was there, it's so worn. How would I see it? I don't think so. Goodbye. If y'all would be so kind as to hit all the appropriate buttons that the YouTube commands that you punch so that their analytical minds can function, I would appreciate it. Let's see. Nothing for that. I am consulting my list as I work my way through here because I can't remember all these things. I'm not a professional and I don't play one on television. So, ew, that's disgusting. Ugh. It's got gum on it. And I don't have any gloves on. Ew, ick. Gross. 75. Nothing there but copper. 76. Copper. 94. Zinc sink. Next row. Next row. Come on. We need wheat. I need the Wheaties, please. 83. I got envelopes for those. There's some that I just am not going to search right now. I'll look at them later. I've got little pouches I'm putting those in. All the stuff that's like large date, small date. I'm just kind of setting some of that aside for later. Not anything I'm wanting to look at until I get my books out. What in the Salmony Hill is this? I can't tell what that is. Okay, there's In God We Trust at the top. So it is a penny. But I don't know what the heck that is. We'll just throw it in the zinc sink. Call that one a day. Can't tell nothing. 2004. This bank has been giving me terrible boxes anyway. Maybe I need a new bank. Mikey, you may want to use some chopsticks after that bucket. Hi, John. How are you? Oh, I'm suffering from insomnia, so I'm just digging around in the penny box, looking for something that make me either full of joy or full of sleep, one or the other. Doesn't really matter which at this point. I just can't get where I need to be in my mind. I tried listening to music. I tried listening to motivational stuff. Nothing is working. No, honey. No, no, no. No, not for boys. M wants to get up on the table and rearrange all the coins. No, I didn't dig that one up, but it certainly has the appearance of the ones I do dig. No doubt about that. That was an ugly penny. Look at that. It looks like somebody took chomps out of the edges. Oh my goodness. This zinc is just a waste. Absolute waste. It did look like I got some around here that I have dug, and I've got them in a bag over here. I'm gonna start going through them as I'm making these retro relics detecting videos. I have bags over here that have some of the finds, and I've been trying to photograph them, and then I can put those pennies back into circulation, or in some case, I don't think you could circulate them anymore. They're really weak. But yeah, I got some doozies. I've got pennies that are folded in half like tacos where they've been hit by lawnmowers. I got some real specimens. Some of them I'm going to try to drill holes in and make jewelry from because they're just so bizarre. And then I've got a jar somewhere that has parts of pennies, and when I say parts of pennies, I mean like there's 1/4 of the coin is all that has survived. They've been eaten up. And I've got a project I'm gonna work on with those that I saw on someone else's channel, and I wrote it down whose channel I saw it on because I want to give them credit, and now I can't find the paper. Oops, I just threw a copper in. No, I'm not going hunting for it. If I make a mistake, then I make a mistake. So I went around some of the channels tonight. I've been trying to get back making an appearance in people's... Darn, I did it again. In some of the live streams. But I can't stay in them too long on days where I have been doing a lot on the computer. Oops, that's kind of snazzy for a 68. Got a little bling bling left on it. That in the copper hopper. And the only reason I'm back on here now is I just cannot go to sleep, and I'm hoping that it'll make me tired. But I'm getting mad. I'm not getting nothing out of here. Nothing. Am I the only one this happens to? Let's see if we got a wide AM. That would make me happy. Nope. Puny one. It was a puny one. And almost to the end of this roll with no results. I got 4 more pennies on this one. Not a zero, zippy-doo. 81 games. Anything exciting I need to look for? Only the 81S. That is copper, so it's something. And the end of that roll with no result. I'm going to dig way down to the bottom of the box. See if I can. Well, here's one that at least both enders are brown. Good fertilizer for certain plants. Yeah, well, they won't let us have a garden here. That's another thing I'm really frustrated about. There's a ton of land around the apartments I live in. And where I lived before, we had these beautiful raised garden beds that we could all grow flowers and veggies and stuff in. And they will not let us have a garden here because they're afraid that people will see it from the adjacent shopping center and come over here and steal our veggies. Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm not real happy with living here. I've been stuck here for a long time. And I still have my money in place to move as soon as I can get approval for low-income housing where I'm going. 71. And when I get there, I have a friend that has a farm, and I'm sure he will let me grow some things out there because he has done that in the past. Okay, 71. Let's look for DDO. I don't think we have one, but we're going to look. Nope. In the copper hopper. What? Give me something. Something. I'm amassing a lot of copper, and that's about it. Copper. And junk. And junk. Oops. Am I supposed to be looking at that for anything? Yes, I was. Oh well, I already threw it in the box. I needed to check it for the AM, but I forgot. So it didn't happen. Oh well. Nobody's perfect. Leave something for the other guys. Copper. junk. And more junk. I am so sick of 96s. And you would think with it being Suzy Q96, I would think they were cool, but really I hate those. And there's nothing to them. 61. Copper hopper. 76D. Copper hopper. I said I'm not getting much out of these boxes from this particular bank. Okay, this is the fun one. I have never been able to figure out how do you tell if it has a doubled ear. This is the one, the 1984. But I don't have a clue how to tell. But that does not look like a double ear to me. Does it look like a double ear to anyone else? I'm going to leave it there and pull the rest of these shields out and just throw them aside right now. Maybe I should try and find a picture so I know what it looks like. Yeah, Mikey's got a thing about Michael Kittle. I'm not sure if it's healthy or not. Or maybe Kittle's channel just smells like cheeseburgers. I don't know. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to find a picture. Okay, here's a picture. Now I see what it's supposed to look like. Let me see if I can bring it up. This is clearly not one, but I will show one. Because I've never actually seen one of these pennies. But you can see that there's basically two earlobes where it has doubled. So if you look at the bottom picture, you can see it. There are a lot of great coin people, Mikey. Yes, there are. I'm one of them. I'm a great coin people, but nobody knows it. And by the way, if you're in here, you're not one of the friendlies on my page. I did make it to 800 tonight. I was almost to 1,000 before I got sick, and then they took like over 250 people away, and a whole bunch of my watch hours vanished. So I have to build them back up. But I am back. Well, now I'm back down to 799 again. So I go one step forward and two steps back. I lost my 800 as fast as I got it. That kind of stinks. All right, let's get rid of that. We have determined he's only got the appropriate amount of ear space. Hey, Jericho and Hercules, welcome. Welcome, welcome. We're just doing a late night penny hunt because I can't sleep. And I'm whining because I had 800 subscribers an hour ago and now I have 799 again. Every time I hit a goal, YouTube reaches in there and says, nope, you can't have that. We're taking that away. We're taking it. We're not letting you ever get to 1,000. No. No. Oh, well. Put that in the, put that aside for now. I got a bunch of 82s I got to look at. Take care of them later. Yeah, I've got I've been making all these retro detecting videos from footage I found on some cards from a couple years ago. And some of them are good and some of them aren't, but I just want to keep all that footage. So I got another one. Oh, thank you, Jericho and Hercules. Woof, Hercules. Anyway, I've got one that's going to debut about 4:15 tomorrow from a visit to a schoolyard that I made right after I got to Virginia. I mean, within 2 or 3 days of me getting here back in 2020. And I found that footage. So that's coming out tomorrow. And then I'll probably make another one tomorrow. I've probably got enough footage to make another 10 or 15. Some of them, like I said, some of them good, some of them not so good. But I'm a firm believer in showing it all as far as detecting is concerned. I don't like the idea of people being misled into thinking that they're going to buy a detector and immediately start finding gold and silver, that kind of thing. I want people to see this is how it works. You know, some days it's great, some days it's good, and some days you're just happy to be out there breathing the fresh air and digging a hole in the ground. Yeah, that's just the reality of it. But I don't want to waste that footage, so I'm just going to continue to make those little videos. Some of them are short, but they're too long to qualify as a short. But some of them are, some of them are only 10-15 minutes because I didn't put everything in. But you get to see all the trash I dug as well as the treasures. Copper. So some more of that'll be happening tomorrow. And some more of this probably will be happening. I got a lot of stuff to get caught up. Well, nothing in there either. Doesn't matter if the enders are brown or... Oh, I have 804. Thank you. Yeah, one thing I learned is if you don't post a comment somewhere, then and you just subscribe but you don't ever do anything, that's one of the red flags for YouTube. And they, the bottom line is they don't really want any more paid channels because that takes money from them and they want it. So But I wish they would not pick on the little guys so much, because that discourages people from wanting to do YouTube. If they're going to pick on somebody, pick on the people that got 10 million, and 10 million people are not actually watching them. Yeah. Why they keep picking on the little guys? We're not going to make enough money to do any damage to them anyway. I just want to make enough money to have postage to pay for things when I do giveaways. I know in no way have aspirations of making a living off YouTube. I mean, there are people that do. And I've seen some of their channels, and they're not any more entertaining than I am. But, oh well. No wide AM on that. Put that in the box. But I enjoy doing it, especially when I've been sick so much. I'm happy that I'm able to just get on here and do this again and have some contact with people and learn a little more about my hobbies and get input. Oh, it's all right if I don't get there, but I'd like to. Coppers. Yeah, see, that would make me happy, Jericho. If I was like paying for gas money, so like I could take a 5-hour excursion over to Virginia Beach, or something like that. Expand the horizons of the channel a little bit. I'm not trying to get wealthy. I have a friend that his channel, he's got like 32,000 or something, and it pays for his gas and that kind of stuff. And I'd be happy with that. So I'll give him a free shout out. Go watch Robert Ferguson. He's out in California. That's my buddy. I've learned a lot watching Robert. Yeah. I live in Virginia. I was supposed to go to the thing in North Carolina, but of course I had to have medical things going on at that time. Couldn't go. I've missed 3 Florida hunts in a row because of COVID and illness. It's very frustrating. Someday I'll make it to an event. Right now I'm working on something. I'm actually well enough to drive again if I can keep my eyesight going. And before I move back to Michigan, I want to. Woo! We got wheat. We finally got wheat. Yeah, I'm back, furry. I can't sleep. So I just got a Wheatie, a 1955. First Wheatie of the box. Finally got something out of here. And now we got to flip it back over because it is a 55. And look at the date. It is unfortunately not a double die obverse, but it is at least a Wheatie. Yep, Breakfast of Champions. First one of the box. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm working on trying to go down to see my brother in Florida before I move back to Michigan, because I doubt that I'll be able to do it after that. And one of my friends is going to give me some of her Enterprise Rent-A-Car bonus points, plus points. So if any of you have any Enterprise Plus points that you accumulated by renting a car and you have no use for them, they are transferable, and I'm trying to get as many of them as I can so that I can go see my brother and do a little detecting with my Florida friends before I head back north. One of my friends in Texas recently had an extended trip to California where they had to use a rental car, and she is going to transfer me at least 1 day's worth of points. So then I have almost 1 day's worth of points. So that's one way you can save a little bit on trips. My car won't make it to Florida. It's got 247,000 miles on it, and I'm not even going to try it. So I'm going to have to rent a car to make that trip. The money that was given to me for that trip won't stretch as far as it would have 2 years ago when it was given to me. But I'm going to try. I've got one friend down in Florida I might be able to get some days from, because they use Enterprise to provide their customers with temporary transportation while they're working on their cars, and they get massive amount of those points. So I'm going to see if he can give me a couple of days worth. But rental cars are quite expensive where I live. We only have the one agency, and so they know they can make us pay whatever they want to because there's nobody else close by. So it's Enterprise or nothing. But anyway, I'm hoping I can get back down there probably May or June. Of course, right in the middle of the hottest part of the world, but I'll take what I can get. Yeah, we got one wheatie out of that roll. That's the best we've done. The area I'm trying to move back to in Michigan is between Flint and Saginaw. It's near Frankenmuth in a place called Buena Vista. And if I can't get moved up the ladder for the housing in Buena Vista, I'm going to try for Bay City, because these are areas that I frequented when I lived there before. And if neither of those works out, I'm going to look at Ann Arbor, simply because they have the University of Michigan hospital there, and I would still be within an hour of where I'd like to be. 61D. Yeah, I've been trying to get back to Michigan for 2 years now, but one health problem after another kept rearing their ugly heads, and I finally got it down now to a problem with one eye, and the other things are starting to resolve themselves. So, I mean, I've been able to go detecting again, and been able to start doing live streams and playing my guitar a little bit. So I'm working towards a better thing. 57 Weedy. Yeah, JJ's going through a box of pennies while I'm going through a box of pennies. So in case you wonder, when you're seeing him talking about pennies, I'm not putting up here, that's because those are pennies in his box, not mine. I want to trade. I want to trade. So yeah, one of my favorite places in Michigan is the Bay City Recreation Area. Oh, it is so beautiful. I can't wait to get back there. And this time I will not be going as a homeowner, which means I won't have to shovel my own snow anymore. I had a okay place to live till it got flooded. And I couldn't afford to fix it, so I ended up moving back south for a while. And I really want to be back up there. I have a lot of detecting friends now who are in the Michigan area. And they're all like, when are you coming? When are you coming? And I'm like, as soon as I can get into the low-dough housing. I was all the way up the list, and then I had a pulmonary embolism and could not go. So now I'm working my way back up the list again. Okay, let's see if we have anything that looks like DDO. I don't see anything that would indicate this being a DDO. Yeah, I can't afford a box of $50. I got 2 rolls today. We went through one of them earlier. There wasn't anything in it, but I still got the other one sitting over here. We may crack it open later. Who knows? I'm still not at all ready to go to sleep. I just can't quite. This sleep and sitting up thing has really irritated my back, but I have to do it for a week. And I just haven't been able to sleep well. I'm gonna be so happy when I can lie down and sleep like a normal person again. But I don't want to do anything to mess up what they did the other day. So just have to do other things like sit here and play with pennies. My cat is giving me the face. He wants to get on the table and I won't let him. And he's not pleased with me. Are you, Em? Say, no, I'm not happy. Say, I'm not a happy camper. I want to get on the table. Yep, nothing there. Yep, let's crack another one. Fat Finger John Jacobs. What did I miss? Oh, 1991 D Diamond, the roof. Boom. 1957 Weedy. You're doing better than I am. See, I got one. Out of all these rolls I've done so far, I got one. I'd be happy with a Canadian or anything. 70 feet. All I'm doing is filling up the copper hopper. No, honey. No, no, no. No kitty on table. No. No. I'm going to tell Mikey. Mikey won't send you no more bananas. No more catnip nanners for you. I'm telling Mikey on you. Oh, we got a 2009. We finally got something. Part of the Lincoln series. Put that up there. That was a keeper. Not in very good shape, but it's something. These are some nasty pennies. Just a fat head. Yeah, M is not used to me being up this late. He's ready because he knows when I get ready to go to sleep, he gets yummy things on his kitty condo, and he is patiently awaiting that time, and he does not understand why it is not coming at the usual hour. And that's because he doesn't really understand that Mom is not well. Now he's just sitting there looking at me like I've done some horrible injustice to all kitty men in the entire kitty land. Oh, Mommy, you're so mean. Hoping to find an 1800 seated Liberty dime I could trade for. Yeah, me too. I'm not hoping to find anything. At this point, I'm hoping for a Wheatie. My level is low. It's way down here. Oh, my goodness. Please. Come on, box. Be kind. Oh, 84. We got to look for the double ear. Nope, only one ear on that Lincoln. At least on this side of his head. Where I would hope to find the second one. For the purpose of money, 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 money. Yeah. I'll probably do a couple more rolls and then give up the ghost here. Yeah, I did get a couple of rolls of dimes today. I did one earlier. Well, kind of half did one. I got to go back through it and see if any of them fit in my box. I mean, in my book. But there wasn't any treasure in the roll. Yeah, my very first silver coin that I found with my detector was a Canadian silver dime that I found out in the middle of a schoolyard in rural Georgia. No idea. And it was about 9 inches down, so no idea how it got there. But that was the first silver I found with my detector. Well, first silver coin. I had found some rings. Oh, what did you find yesterday, Jericho? Yeah, I've got to pick up some more penny books. I'm going to get this young man. He's 12. I'm trying to get him started because he has some health issues and he can't do a lot of the sports and different things that kids his age are involved in. And he has an older brother that has a coin collection. So I'm going to try and set him up, get him started, and see if he picks up an interest, because he spends way too much time playing Minecraft, and we need to kind of get him off spending so much time on the electronic devices. Hopefully we can get him interested in this. It would be a good thing, I think. And if I start him on pennies and he loses interest, then I haven't invested a lot in it. So let's see how that works out. I got a first of the month try and well, at least you're out walking around doing stuff. This kid is just like, he is a potato. He really needs to do something. Oops, I just dropped that in the wrong bucket. Well, oh good, I found it. There. Yeah, I just want him to expand his horizons a little bit. He spends way too much time, like when he's not in school, it's pretty much every waking hour playing Minecraft, and I don't think that's great, and I don't think his parents think it's great. Ooh, 1937. Another roll of JUNQUE. Nada. All right, I'm going to open one more, and then we'll... Yeah, I didn't, when I was in college, Mikey, there was a lot of the activities I didn't like. And so what I ended up doing was getting a job with the student government productions, who were the people that set up all the activities, and got some alternative activities brought in for those of us who were like not heavily into the sports and that kind of stuff. It, by having somebody with different interests come in and get on that committee, it opened the door to other activities coming in that they didn't offer before. And I was glad I did it, because we brought in some lecture series things, and well, I was more into the nerd stuff than I was the sports, but there's a lot of times they don't have any in between, you know. And I actually had my other job was I worked for the food service, and I ran the concession stand at the baseball park. So I was already getting my sports overload And it we started trying to bring some different things in, and different kinds of movies. There's like seemed like all the movies were like frat movies, and teenage party movies. And see, I started college when I was 26 years old, so I wasn't into that stuff. I had already been there, done that, got the t-shirt, spilled my beer on the t-shirt. So I was more interested in doing some other things. And I mean, I had a great time, but a lot of the activities were not really suited for someone my age. They were lined up for 17, 18-year-old kids. They weren't what I was interested. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have been into that too much. But we did get some pretty cool uh, exhibitions and stuff in that they would not have brought. But you'd have liked a couple of them. We had where they brought in a lot of artifacts and stuff and did some lectures and displays, and they never used to offer that kind of thing. So, but when they discovered a big Indian burial site in downtown Tampa, it started out, they thought they just had a grave, and it turned out to be like a whole burial site, and it turned into a big archaeological dig, and opened up the door to doing the whole history of that. So, your birth penny, you gave birth to a penny? Ooh, that must have been interesting. Oh my gosh, you're that young. Oh my gosh, I am so old. I am so old. But I don't feel old. Well, the last couple of years I kind of felt old, but right up until then I was still rocking and rolling. Well, there's a whole big blob of nothing. I don't know. It looks like somebody pooped on this scent. We'll throw that in with the zinc sink, because I have no idea what the date on it is. 61B. Man, this is depressing. It'll depress me to sleep. Oh my gosh. Oh, 2001, a penny oddity. But I'm learning a little bit more about pennies, about which ones to check for which things, and trying to do it while I'm in the role and not going back to it later. Got my list, checking it twice. But I'm telling you what, this box is not nice. And it was not brought by Santa Claus, that's for sure. Yeah, I know you were, Mikey, but it just so happened that right when you said that about the Jericho comment about the birth of the coin, the birth date of the coin, was when I put that poopy looking one under the scope. So I just took advantage of your remark and used it over to segue into my bad remark. Scooby, Scooby-Doo, where are you? Why do you not have my wheat pennies? These things aren't even fit to play poker with. Gosh. Down to the last 5 in this row. And all I'm getting ain't fitting. The last one. Alright. I guess I'm going to dig way down to the bottom of the box and get one more roll. Plunk. And then I'm going to go try to go to sleep again. I've done everything. I've drank sleepy time tea. I took a pain pill. Nothing's working because I just can't get comfortable trying to sleep sitting up. It's unnatural. It ain't fitting. Nobody should have to try to sleep that way. Ooh, there's some dirty ones in here. These look like detectomatics. Some of them anyway. Oops, 2000. What am I supposed to be looking for? Wide AM. Okay. Not there. But I'm starting to remember to look for them anyway. Counting sheep, now counting pennies. That's right. I tried the sheep. Didn't do a thing. Get all these shields out of here. There's 82. Separate container for those. Oh yeah, 84. Let's look at his ears. Well, no double ear there. Just once I'd like to find something like that in a roll, not a store. Look at the ears, dears. Nope, only one. Wonder how many of those there are. Those double ear. Somebody want to look that up and let me know how many of them are supposed to exist or what they're worth. I just think it's funny. You got an extra ear. Oh, that's a beauty. That looks like a dug from the ground one. Yeah, there's a few up here that look like that. Yeah, a pooping horse. I didn't think that was Nevada, though. I thought that was somewhere else. Wyoming or something. I don't know. Delaware. I don't know. One of those places. I don't know. I think the double ear's pretty good. He doesn't have one. Well, getting down to the end of this roll. Still nothing. And down to the last 5 or 6 in this one. Bunch of shields. Don't know, don't care. Last 2. And the last one is a shield penny. So poop. Poop. She says poop. Well, let's do something else just for the heck of it. I'm going to open one roll of nickels. I have 5 of them. Well, I have 4 left. And these were customer rolls. So I have no idea. But let's do a roll of nickels. The pennies are not being kind. Maybe the nickels will be. Come on. Come out of there. And if they're no good, I can roll them right back up. Okie dokie. Let's see what's in this nickel thing. 89p. 2000p. 93D. 68D. Come on, give me some old. This is not what I want to see. I don't want to see duplicates. Oh dear. This one looks like it might be a little bit older. Not much. 95. Oh, I'm so disappointed. 94. Looked a lot older than it is. Bet there's a 64. Yeah. So far, you'd be losing that bet. 71. 19. I don't see anything that even looks old. Not much. Like I said, this bank, I'm guessing since this is customer roll that somebody probably already been picking through these. Because I haven't found anything outside of the 90s. Oh, there's a 74. That's the oldest one so far. And that's not much. 80s. These give me a 60s. There's a 63. At least we got into the 60s. Oh, here's a Lewis and Clark one. Something better than nothing. Not too impressed. Oops, shot one across the desk. $89. Anybody want to guess? 80 something something. $80 something something. $83p. 13. 2,000. Well, we're down to the last 5. So far, no 60s. $74. Boy, you know it's a bad roll when you can't even pull a 64D or 64 or 60 anything. Well, those stunk. I'm going to bed. This thing is beating the dickens out of me. And I'm not getting nothing. Nothing. There wasn't anything in there except that Lewis and Clark. That was even worth giving a second look to. No little M. No. No M's on tables. No. Last time you got on the table, you threw all the pennies on the floor. Yeah, you did. Took Mom 2 days to get them all cleaned up. I may still not have them all cleaned up. All right, well, let's put these back. Put a big X on that roll. Send it right back down to the bank. Oh yeah, that was the other thing about the weird deal with the lady at the bank. I told her that if she wanted to verify how much change I turned in, all of my rolls were marked. So And I told her what the mark on the rolls was. And the reason that I mark my rolls is so if I go down there to get uh, some to search, that I'm not searching coins that I just took back. So I mark my rolls to make sure that I'm not duplicating myself. So I was able to tell her, look, take a look at this, and you can count the rolls. I mean, our bank is not so busy. Our town only has about 6,000 people in it. So it was not impossible for them to go back and find all the rolls that I brought in today. She didn't have much to say when I told her that my rolls were marked. But like I said, I do that so that I don't end up searching rolls that I've already looked at. Okay. There's 2 nickels to replace the one I shot across the room and the Lewis and Clark that I took out of the roll. So I can roll that right back up and put my mark on it. And I won't be looking at those again. Alright. Yippee. And on that note, I think I'm going to go try to go sleep again. $22 rolled up already. Oh, hi Les. I'm just getting ready to go, and here comes Shane. See It My Way 1. Also known as the blind detectorist. I have developed so much more respect for Shane since I've had all these problems with my eyesight. It makes me appreciate what he does a whole lot more, and also allows me not to feel sorry for myself as much, because I'm going, dang, look at this dude. He can see better than I can. He's out there. We haven't seen any videos where they've had to fish him out of the river yet. So anyway, yeah, I was hoping for better from these boxes, but not so great. I'll just leave these little things up here for now and hope M3 doesn't deposit them on the ground while I'm sleeping. If any of you want to see some incredible metal detecting, go over on See It My Way 1 and check out Shane metal detecting while blind. And besides that, he is funny as heck. He makes some really funny little commercials sometimes in his videos. I love watching Shane stuff. He's awesome. He's up in Pennsylvania. Well, alrighty. Well, I appreciate all of you coming in and getting me back over 800 for like the 3rd time. Every time I get over 800, they take them away. And we keep it's like watching a bad football game, where they're only getting 2 or 3 yards at a time, and then they're getting pushed back. And that's the way I feel about YouTube and my channel sometimes. It's like 1 step forward, 5 back. Today I've been over 800 and then back down, I think 3 times. It's crazy. Oh, thank you, Mikey, for posting Shane's. Yeah, he has found some incredible finds. I'm so jealous. I am so Jealous. All right. Well, all of a sudden I got people in here, and I was just about ready to try to go to sleep again. So I'm gonna make that effort because I'm starting to get a headache, which means I've been on the computer too long and my eye is not happy with me. So I'm gonna say goodnight to everybody, and I do have a detecting video that's going to launch itself at about 4:15 tomorrow afternoon. It's one from a couple years ago that never got released, and so that will be happening tomorrow afternoon, and I'm going to try to work on some more tomorrow. Like I said, I found two cards from my GoPro cameras of never released footage. Some of it's good, some of it's not so good. But in order to preserve all those hunts, I'm going to just make videos of all of them. And hopefully there'll be something in there for everybody. Yeah. Y'all have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for your continued support, and much love to you all. I so appreciate it. Thank you. Good night, everybody.